What's going on? Welcome back to 710. So here we are, and we got a little bit of a different project today. As you can see, we're not out in the shop, we're in the basement. And the reason we're in the basement is because we are working on a Power Wheels car. So in the past we went and we took a Power Wheels truck and we turned it into a monster truck wagon for my little guy. He just turned 3 years old and he has one of those little battery operated four-wheelers, and he loves riding that thing around down here. Problem is, he always wants us to chase him, and it's getting kind of old, so yeah, it's time for an upgrade. So my aunt and uncle dropped this thing off, thank you guys, and it was meant for my child, but I stole it. So in true Corvette owner fashion, my shirt matches my car, and we are going to install a potentiometer and a 20-volt battery conversion to this thing. Should be pretty quick and easy, so let's jump to it. So as you can see, this thing is, pretty standard for Power Wheels. You have the gas pedal down there in the bottom, your forward and reverse lever, that would be right here. You just pull it up and down. Steering wheel, and there's some extra switches here. I'm not sure what all that's about, but again, we'll go ahead and find out. So my plan is not to modify any of this stuff. We're just going to go at the battery. Now, we'll go ahead and open the hood of this super powerful Corvette race car, and as you see, there's the charger that was, oh, look at that. So let me pull this battery out. So somebody had already modified this thing. You can see there's a fuse here, which there never is, and there's some wires that are on this adapter. So what I'm going to guess what happened is the battery took a dump, and they went and they soldered wires to the terminal, put a fuse, and brought it back over to the power block that goes back to the stock connector here for the car. So we don't need any of this stuff anymore. Let's get this out of the way, and I'll show you what we're going to be replacing it with. So this is a Dewalt 20-volt battery. That's going to be our new battery pack. I went on Amazon and I got this little 3D printed adapter here. So the 20-volt battery slides into this like it would a drill, and you have a positive and negative lead. That goes down to a potentiometer right here, and the dial on the potentiometer, depending on where you have this thing set, is you want 6 volts, 10 volts, 12 volts, 18, 20, whatever. So since it's going to be me in there, I'm probably just going to leave it all the way cranked. And then they're really easy to set up. So you have the power and ground from the battery, and then you're going to have the power and ground to the car, and that's it. Now, I want to make a disclaimer that I'm not that smart of a human, and you probably shouldn't do this, as who knows what's going to happen. I may start the wiring on fire, it may not, it may just be awesome, I don't know. So use it or do it at your own risk. So we're going to hook up the positive here. Let's try the negative first. And since we're in the basement, I don't have any real tools. This was the only driver that I had. It's a little T-handle for the Phillips head, so bear with me. There you go. And that's it. So we have our positive and negative hooked up to and from the battery. And now we should be able to click this thing in. Oh, we got lights. There's some noise coming from the dash, so I'm going to assume this is going to work. Now let's hit the pedal. Oh yeah, it wants to go. Okay, so this switch that's over here that I don't know anything about does the lights, and it appears that I haven't got a cup holder. Check that out. Okay, so let's throw this thing on the ground and see if it works. Alright, so we're going to take it for a test drive. sometimes that's the way it goes. I was able to push the gas pedal twice and the whole thing just shut off and I have no power to anything. So I guess we need some more diagnostics. Yeah, remember I said don't do this, I'm not very smart? That's the reason. So what we did was we just pulled off all the added wiring that we don't really need anymore with headlights and taillights and a little radio and speakers and all that kind of stuff. Basically all I wanted to leave on there was the battery and the gas pedal and the motors. So I need to run out and grab a test light to see why we're not getting power back there. Hopefully, oh, you want to say hi? Here he is. Hopefully we didn't fry the little computer board that's in there, and if we did, we're just going to have the throttle pedal as the switch in the circuit. I'll run a little fuse and be done with it. Hopefully it'll work again. So yeah, can you say hi? Say hi. What do you got? What do you got? Screwdriver. What? Alright, let's go, big helper.
Yes, let's sit.
So anyways, that's the plan for now. We'll see what we can get. Alright, so we did some testing and our potentiometer died. That's what happened. The way that I figured that out was I hooked the battery up and you have the, let's see if you can see it here. There you go. Positive and negative there for the input. Check that with a multimeter and I got 18.4 volts, which it's a 20 volt battery. Okay, great. Then I went to this side here, the motor side. So you have a motor positive and negative, and I had nothing coming out of this. And I had another one. That one I plugged in and it's got a little red light on it when there's power to it. So something happened inside of this and I don't know anything about it and I don't really have anything to lose. So we'll take it apart and see if we can figure it out. But anyways, for the time being, I put the other in there and hit the gas pedal and it works. So I didn't need to cut out that other wiring for the, you know, headlights and taillights or whatever. But whatever, it is what it is. So what we're gonna do now is screw back on the windshield. Let me try and get out of that light for you. There you go. I'm gonna screw the windshield back on and then put the seat back in and try and take it for another drive. Hopefully it lasts a little longer. All right. So here you can see, I don't know if you can or not, but there is a potentiometer, there's a light in there. So I'm not exactly sure what happened, but clearly something did. Now if we turn this little dial here, it's got a little light on the dash. You can see way on that side, if I turn the key off, it goes off just right above my finger. Turn the key and that little light goes on. Now you hit the throttle and we have power. Alright, so I don't know where that is. It's probably 2/3 or so of the way turned up. And I think that's where we're going to start out with. So we'll screw the windshield back in and go from there. Alright, so let's go and see what my little helper and I came up with. So, seats are all back in. The key works now. And then up here in the front, I think maybe what happened was I just had this thing kind of floating around in here. So I just ran one zip tie. There's a hole there just to kind of hold it. What do you got? Oh, I see. And then the battery, I'm going to put down in the stock battery location down there. There is a hole in the bottom, but this battery is big enough that it can't fall out. So hopefully that doesn't kind of slide around and potentially hit it. So yeah, I would love to throw this thing on the ground and go take it for a test drive, but now I get to change a diaper. So be right back. I'm not going to share that with you. Alright, so one super stinky diaper later, and we're going to throw it on the ground.
You made it!
We did it! You're right, we did it. We did it! Yeah! The doors don't open, you have to climb over top. Yeah, we can climb over top. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you, okay? Look it, you just jump over the top, just like that. Okay?
You're showing me?
Yeah, we're gonna show you. So I just dialed it down so I can go with him. Oh. Here, I'll just spin you around so you can get a little better view maybe. The track I made for him. Here we go. Okay, buddy, here we go. So that's a success. Now when you have a potentiometer that works, we can dial up the speed and dial it down. Right now I think it's a little less than a quarter, so it's still got a lot to go, but the basement is not really big enough to go any faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep riding around with him until the battery dies, and catch you guys on the next one. See ya!